What if we could solve the water crisis and create clean power using nothing but the sunlight and the ocean? I know it sounds like one of those too good to be true ideas, but a company in Australia called Sol Desal claims they're building exactly that. And today, we're going to break down how it works, why it matters, and whether it actually has a chance at changing the world. We all know the world is heading into a water crisis. Over 2 billion people already live in water-stressed regions. Aquifers are running dry, more frequent. So we turn to the ocean, desalination. But desal plants today come with two huge problems. One, they use massive amounts of electricity. And two, they create toxic salty brine, which most plants dump back to the ocean, harming marine ecosystems. So here comes Sol Desal with a bold plan. Use concentrated sunlight to boil seawater. That boiling water becomes high-pressure steam, which spins a turbine and generates electricity. Then, as that steam cools down, it condenses into pure fresh water, drinkable, clean, no salt. And the leftover brine, instead of dumping it, they crystallize it into salt. Two things go in: seawater and sunlight. And three valuable things come out: fresh water, clean power, and salt. No smokestacks, no fossil fuels, and most importantly, no liquid waste going back to the ocean. On paper, it's elegant. It solves water scarcity, provides renewable baseload power, and eliminates brine pollution. It's like attacking three global problems with one machine. The company claims a 50 megawatt plant could provide drinking water for around 40,000 people, plus constant power, plus another 165 tons of solid salt a day. And because this uses solar thermal energy instead of electricity from solar plants, the plant can store heat in giant insulated tanks. That means it can provide 24/7 renewable power, not just daytime power. If all of that works, it's huge. Many coastal cities could run off ocean water and sunlight alone. Remote towns, mining operations, islands, suddenly they have independent water and energy security. But let's pause, because this is where YouTube hype usually ends. Instead, let's talk about what's real and what's still a challenge. First, this technology is not fully commercial yet. Sol Desal says they are at a prototype demonstration stage. They aren't running a full-scale solar plant yet. Their first test system uses oil heating instead of sunlight, so they can prove the turbine loop and water systems before scaling to solar. That's actually smart engineering. Prove each layer before combining them. Now, the biggest engineering hurdle is something called brine carryover. When you boil seawater, tiny droplets of salty liquid can ride along with the steam, and modern steam turbines are extremely sensitive. If salt gets in, it can damage blades, cause corrosion, and ruin the blade. Traditional power plants avoid this by keeping the water cycle closed and pure. Sol Desal's biggest claim is that they developed a way to produce turbine-grade clean steam directly from salt water. If that holds up, that is the breakthrough. If not, the system doesn't scale. Second big hurdle: crystallizing salt takes a lot of energy. Turning salty water into dry salt is far harder than just desalination, so the economics matters. The company claims they can heat water costs around $1.5 per cubic meters and power cost around $100 per megawatt hour. Those numbers could be competitive, but they still need independent verification. And there's the fun twist. If we ever build enough of these plants to supply water for, say, 500 million people, we suddenly start producing hundreds of millions of tons of salt per year. The salt isn't the moneymaker. The value is avoiding environmental permitting nightmares. Because if you don't dump brine, governments don't fight you for years. That could alone save billions in project costs and delays. So, where does it leave us? This isn't magic. It's not a miracle. It's engineering, ambitious engineering, trying to solve real global problems. The physics makes sense, the concept is logical, the potential is enormous, but the proof will be in the pilot plant. There is no commercial unit yet, and we should judge the tech only when data is public. Power output, water cost, salt processing efficiency, lifetime maintenance. And honestly, I hope they pull it off. Because if they do, we get a future where coastlines become self-powered freshwater engines, using only sunlight and the sea. That's the kind of innovation the world desperately needs. Let me know what you think. Breakthrough in the making or another big idea waiting for reality to test it.